Mga ka-researchers, remember this. A poorly designed research instrument may lead to bad data, which will then give you bad results and conclusion. Hi ka-schoolers! Hello ka-researchers! This is Ma'am Ana. Welcome to our channel. According to Katrina A. Korb, a research expert, developing a good quality research instrument is the most important part of conducting a high quality research study. As we said dun sa opening natin kanina, kapag yung research instrument mo ay poorly designed at may mali dyan, that will give you bad data, which will then lead to bad results and bad conclusion. Definitely, once you have administered the research instrument, like for example, yung questionnaire, and then ay may mali pala or may problem dyan sa questionnaire na yan, you cannot do anything with that. Okay? So, kung may mali at may problema, all you are required to do is to redo. Okay? Completely redo everything about the data collection process. So, if that's the case, you will be back to zero. You need to redo everything. So, sayang yung effort, sayang yung time, sayang yung money pag ganun yung nangyari. That is why you, as a researcher, must take great thought, great care in developing your research instrument. Kaya naman, I always remind you, with this series of videos about research instrument, I emphasize that developing an instrument takes a lot of work and advanced preparation. Ngayon, kung hindi mo pa pinapanood itong mga videos natin na ito, itong mga ito, stop ka muna. Yes, you heard me right. Stop watching this video. You should watch this first before you proceed with this one. Yan. So, dito kasi sa mga videos na to ay marami tayong binahagi no, ng mga preliminary information about research instrument. While this one, we will focus dun sa pagbuo na, pagdevelop na ng instrument. That is why I advise you na kung hindi mo pa napapanood itong mga ito, sila muna yung panoorin mo and then you go back to this one. Okay? Okay, so let's start the ball rolling. As we said, in today's video, we will focus on developing an instrument. In particular, a questionnaire. Ang questionnaire kasi ang most commonly used research instrument no, among all the other types of instruments. At ngayong tayo ay nasa new normal, nasa pandemic time pa tayo, and we are in distance learning education, sigurado ako na marami sa inyo ang gagamit ng questionnaire. So let's first talk about the questionnaire format. Now, ka-schoolers, ka-researchers, typically, ang questionnaire ay may tatlong parts. Una ay ang general instruction, pangalawa ay ang personal information, and then pangatlo ay yung the body. So, punta tayo sa part 1 ng ating questionnaire, ang general instructions. So, ano ba ang purpose niyan? At ano ba yung ilalaman o ilalagay natin dyan sa part na yan? Yun, bago natin isa-isahin yung ilalaman natin dyan sa part na yan, bigay muna natin yung importance no, nung part na yan ng ating questionnaire. Well, the general instructions is very important. No? Mahalaga yan kasi it provides your respondents with the general understanding about the purpose of your research study. And then, it also provides them with a general orientation about the topic, and then it also describes the informed consent. Part kasi ito ng research ethics, di ba, no? Yung ma-inform nating mabuti yung ating mga respondents on the purpose of our research study, as well as yung reason and requirement of their participation. Okay, so the general instructions should include the following. Una, yung introduction ng researcher. Pangalawa, the purpose of the questionnaire. Pangatlo, the confidentiality statement. Pang-apat, voluntary participation. And then last but not the least, you should include an instruction on how the respondents will submit the said questionnaire. Now, the second part of our questionnaire is the personal information. So, ito na yung part na magbibigay sa atin ng information or profile of our respondents. Sometimes, it is termed sa ibang questionnaire as demographic characteristics. Sa iba naman, it is called as biodata. So, here, you just need to consider only the relevant items. So, those that are essential to getting a good understanding about your sample or about your respondents, and then information that will answer your research questions. And you know what? This part of our questionnaire, the personal information part, also serves as warm-up questions for our respondents. Now, at this point, let's proceed to the body of the questionnaire. So, here, we should consider the following. So, una nating dapat i-consider ay yung general directions. So, we should write a sentence or few sentences explaining to our respondents how they are going to respond. So, mahalaga yan, no, na ilagay natin yung general directions. Also, we should clarify, no, on how the respondents going to respond to the questions. Are they going to tick or check the items? Or are they going to circle yung kanilang response? So, let us be clear on that. Mahalaga din na dapat mabigay natin, no, yung kahulugan or yung ibig sabihin ng mga inilalagay natin dyan na categories. Like for example, yung SA, yung A, yung D, saka yung SD. So, hindi lahat ay aware or knowledgeable sa kung ano yung ibig sabihin yan. So, dapat ibigay natin, no, yung label ng mga categories na yan. Like for example, SA stands for strongly agree, and then yung A, agree, yung D, disagree, and then SD for strongly disagree. Now, make it a point to make our questionnaire simple, clear, and short. Yes, dapat simple lang siya at maigsi lang siya. Okay, so let us refrain from putting codes or number codes dun sa mga items or categories na nilalagay natin dyan, no, sa ating questionnaire. Like for example, kasi yung iba, aside from, for example, SA, strongly agree, tapos may nilalagay pa sila for. Okay? So, A, agree, tapos may number code sila na 3. So, tandaan nyo, yung ating mga respondents, they are to respond. So, they don't need this information or this coding, no, because they are to respond only. Tayo yung magko-compute. So, tayo yung may kailangan dun sa info na yon. So, makakadagdag pa yan, makakagulo pa sa kanila. So, let us omit that or wag nating isama yung mga codes na ganyan. Another thing, you should organize the items properly and correctly. So, pag sama-samahin yung mga items na related to one another, so wag pag-rumble-rumblein, no, yung mga items natin. You're so noisy. This is my critical look at this. Critical. Now, kapag ifo-format na natin, no, or iaayos na natin yung items natin, make it a point to consider enough spacing between the items. So, wag na dikit-dikit siya at mahirap basahin, masakit sa mata tingnan. So, consider enough spacing. In addition, dapat tama din, no, yung numbering ng items. So, let us keep in mind that we should number the items consecutively. Then, kapag iba na, no, yung set of items or nag-shift ka na sa ibang set ng questions, do not forget to add an additional directions or instructions for the said items. So, ayan, ka-schoolers, ka-researchers, ang dami na nating shinare, no, na mga dapat nating i-consider in developing our questionnaire. Now, at this point, let us talk about sa mga tips on how we write questions dyan sa ating questionnaire. So, remember, questions should be simple and clear. So, do not make your questions ambiguous, yung may double meaning or mahirap or malabo siya intindihin. Okay? So, always remember, questions should be simple, clear, and direct to the point. Next po, questions must be worded appropriately for the target respondent. So, let us consider po, no, kung sino yung ating magiging respondents ng ating questionnaire. So, one way to achieve that is for us to use appropriate language or let us use common terms that our respondents are familiar with. Okay? Like for example, sino ba ang respondents mo? Kailangan appropriate or akma yung language or yung wordings na gagamitin mo. College students ba sila? Or elementary pupils ba ang respondents mo? Or baka professionals na sila? Isa pa po, let us avoid double-barreled question. So, nabanggit natin to, no, dun sa previous vlog natin. So, iwasan natin yung ganyang type ng question na kung saan dalawang question sa isang statement. So, let us not use that. Now, mahalaga din po that we do not use questions that may lead to desired response. O kaya naman, questions that may elicit embarrassment or biased response. Okay, sige. So, ano pa ba? Sa questions, avoid double negative questions. Okay? And then, check din yung grammar. No? Kailangan grammatically correct yung structure or yung pagkakabuo ng question natin. And then, check also, no, yung spelling ng bawat words. Baka mamaya may misspelled words ka dyan. So, ingatan mong mabuti yung mga yan. Ayan, ka-schoolers, ka-researchers, ang dami na niya na, pero hindi pa dyan natatapos. Ang next natin ay magbabahagi pa tayo, no, ng iba pang mahahalagang tips in developing our research questionnaire. Ito, no, yung mga practical tips yung i-share natin ngayon. Una, with regard to how the respondents respond dun sa items dyan sa questionnaire. So, may mga research experts or may mga instrument validators ang mas gusto nila na instead na i-tick or i-check ni respondent yung sagot or yung items na nasagot niya dun sa specific question na yon, mas gusto nila na i-circle, no? Bilugan yung sagot. Kasi nga naman, lalo na kung yung choices or items ay horizontal o kaya kahit pa vertical siya, pag i-check, lalo na wala namang box, so minsan nagigitna. So hindi mo tuloy alam alin ba dito yung may check talaga kasi nasa gitna yung check. Okay, so medyo malilito ka, no, sa pag-tabulate or sa pag-compute ng data mo rin. So, it's better na bilugan na lang, no, ni respondent yung sagot niya. So, pag binilugan na yun, ay tukoy na tukoy mo talaga kung ano yung answer niya. So, they suggest na instead of checking the response, it's better daw na to circle, no, yung response ng ating mga manunugon dyan sa ating questionnaire. Pangalawang tip natin, be consistent. So, be consistent and uniform with your font style, font size, tapos dun din sa format, no? So, wag pa iba-iba ha, na halimbawa na, for example, dito ay Times New Roman. Dito ay naging Calibri na. Okay, so kailangan uniform, no? Yung format at yung layout ng ating questionnaire. And another thing, lagi nating sinasabi kanina pa, as much as possible, short lang, no? Maigsi lang yung questionnaire natin. Okay? At ingatan din yung pagputol ng items. Baka kasi mamaya, ito yung last question mo, question number 9. Tapos, A, B, C. Tapos yung D nasa next page na. So, instead of that, ibaba mo na yung number 9 na question mo sa next page para magkakasama lahat yung choices dun sa question na yon. Okay, so siguro ito na yung last tip, no, na pwede kong i-share sa inyo. So, have your questionnaire printed or reproduced in high quality. So, make it a point na malinaw at maayos ang pagkaka-print at pagkaka-photocopy, no, nung inyong questionnaire. Ngayon, kung online questionnaire naman yan, so walang problema. All you have to do is to consider yung maayos na format at dapat ay readable nga siya. Ayan, so there you have it, ka-schoolers, ka-researchers. Pero, wait lang, hindi pa tayo tapos. Allow me to impart to you the messages sent to us by our fellow researchers. At isa-shout out na din natin sila. Okay, so ang una nating message ay galing kay Amyukay. So sabi niya, Ma'am, sobrang thank you po. Nakatulong po mga videos mo. Successful ang defense namin. Wow! Very good, very good. Congrats! At naging okay ang defense nyo. Okay, sige. Next natin, eto naman. Galing kay, anong pangalan niya? Joshua. Sabi ni Joshua, Ma'am, na-share ko po ito sa buong batchmates ko sa Makati High School. Thank you po ng marami. More subscribers to come. Keep safe po. Very good ka, Joshua. Kaya pala dumami yung subscribers natin. So, isa ka sa supporter natin. Hello sa'yo. Thank you so much, Joshua. Ito naman from Ryan Valdez. Sabi niya, Ma'am Ana, you just don't know how much clarity you brought. Salamat po. Thank you po sa magandang message, Sir Ryan Valdez. Sige. So, eto pa. So, yung next natin mula kay Christian Ting. So, 2 weeks ago, nag-message kasi siya. So, sabi niya, we'll be presenting our theoretical framework tomorrow. I'll follow the steps you taught us. Then, I'll leave a reply on this comment kung anong kinalabasan. God bless. So, yun yung sabi niya. Ngayon, nag-respond naman ako, no, dun sa message niya 2 weeks ago din. So, sabi ko, sure, we'll wait for your update. Tapos, 2 days ago, nag-post pala siya ng message. So, sabi niya, Ana PH, 20/20, perfect. Wow naman, ang galing naman. Very good. Congratulations, Christian. I'm happy na perfect ang score mo. Very good. And then this one is from Anthony Jan Arias. Okay. So sabi niya, Ma'am Ana, thank you so much for the free knowledge you share with our students. It really helps a lot. Just keep up the good work. God bless po. Ngayon, ayan, nagpapa-shoutout siya. Sabi ko, ano bang school mo para ma-shoutout kita? So, sabi niya, pa-shoutout po sa next video, ma'am. Cause, what's up? What's up? Co-students ko sa Isabela School of Arts and Trades. Ayan, hello sa mga co-researchers ni Anthony John Arias. So, hello sa inyo. Shout out sa inyo dyan, sa lahat ng mga taga Isabela School of Arts and Trades. Hello po. Another one is from Trisha Rodriguez. 2 weeks ago, nag-post siya ng question. Tapos, sinagot naman natin, no? Siguro nataon may time si Ma'am Ana. Kaya nasagot yung question niya. And then, eto yung huling post niya. Ana PH, hello Ma'am Ana. Good morning po. Maraming salamat po dito. And last Monday, we had our pre-oral defense at nakapasa po kami. Thank you, Ma'am Ana, for sharing your thoughts and for being one of the research advisor na nakilala ko. Ang dami ko po talagang natutuhan sa bawat lesson, uploads nyo po. God bless you always. Wow, ang galing naman ni Trisha at ng kanyang group. So, pasado sila sa kanilang pre-oral defense, no? Congratulations sa inyo. And then this one is from Nicole. Sabi niya, thank you po ma'am for doing this video. Ang tinutukoy niya yung scope and delimitation, yung meron tayong mga hugot-hugot. Sabi niya, laking tulong po. May natutunan na ako na pasaya niyo pa po ako. God bless you po, Ma'am Ana. And this one naman galing kay Marjorie Reginaldo. Sabi niya, sobrang stress na ako this past few days dahil sa nagsabay-sabay na gawain. Then isang problem pa is about research na I have no idea talaga. Then napanood ko to. Thank you, Miss. It helps a lot for those students na sobrang stress na. Ayan. So, salamat at natagpuan mo yung ating channel. At masaya si Ma'am Ana na malaman na medyo nabawasan ang iyong stress sa paggawa ng research sa pamamagitan ng panonood ng ating mga video. And then this one from Pink Achu. Sabi niya, I love the part where you say, wag mai-stress. Your students are very lucky to have you. Thank you for making vids, ma'am. Ayan. Yan naman kasi yung ating goal no, sa ating channel, sa paggawa natin ng ating mga vlogs, ng ating mga videos. So, gusto ni Ana PH na wag kayo ma-stress sa paggawa ng inyong research. Kaya naman, as much as possible, ay pinagagaan natin at pinadadali natin para sa inyo. Ayan, so okay na yan. Okay na yan. Ang dami ko pang gusto sanang basahin kaso wala na tayong oras. Ang haba-haba na nitong video natin. So maraming salamat, my dear ka-researchers, my dear ka-schoolers, for once again being with me in this video. Bye po and see you sa ating susunod na i-upload na video on research.